I've heard from numerous people that Erika Kirk is not happy about this.
Wow. It's from her book club in which she was talking about, her current thoughts about who actually killed Charlie Kirk.
All right, let's take a bet that this guy, Jesus Enrique Rosas, let's take a bet that he says something is wrong with Candace Owens.
UFO conspiracy or something like that, Area 51, it is involved in this. And you might ask, okay, what are the pieces of evidence? What is the connection? We want to know why you say this. It would be normal for you to ask that question. What evidence, what links your thinking, your questions to the actual thing? Because if I say Jack Black, and I'm just taking this literally out of my arts, then I'm just misleading you in many ways. Think about that. And let me know what you think about this in the comments. My name is Jesus.
Yeah, I just bet Jesus. You know, I'm not one of those people. Look, we're going to get right into it. Let me just say that my parents have accents, you know, I understand immigration and everything. I do have a bit, I can't help it. I do have a bit of like, is it I'm offended? I don't know. It just rubs me the wrong way when someone with an accent is telling you that you're crazy for asking questions of your government, right? Especially when more than likely Jesus, if he is in America, which I think he more than likely is, he probably had to flee his country because of his government. So why is it so insane to ask about your own government, right? Like, why is it so insane to think that you're like, why? I don't understand. Now, if it's, you know, how you say it, okay, maybe we'll have a discussion about that. But it frustrates me. If Josh Hammer is asked if he knows Erika Kirk and what is she saying about Candace Owens. So here's his answer.
Statement saying that Candace Owens is disgraceful. Having said that, I can tell you that I've heard from folks who have spoken with Erika, and I shouldn't name names, but I've heard secondhand that Erika Kirk is livid. I have heard that she is livid at Candace Owens, and that perhaps there's only a matter of time before she says something or does something to try to make that clear. Because just a matter of Turning Point USA, I mean, what Candace is doing to Turning Point USA is reprehensible. It's an organization that has lost its founder, that's trying to figure out the best path forward, and she is just trying to tear it apart at the seams by stoking the flames of this Christian-Jewish war, God forbid, by trying to stoke the flames of this greater war about Charlie Kirk's legacy. It's disgusting stuff that has the intended effect of just destroying. But Charlie Kirk was not a destroyer. Charlie Kirk was a builder. He built things. He built alliances. He built friendships. He built organizations. Candace Owens is the opposite of that. She destroys friendships. She destroys people. She destroys organizations there. So it is reprehensible. And again, I don't have firsthand knowledge, but I've heard from numerous people that Erika Kirk is not happy about this.
Wow, how could she not be livid? I mean, I would think that would be the reaction. And what I said in one of my videos is very simple.
Well, no. All right. No. We're not going to. Yeah. So, first of all, you have to understand, Josh Hammer, did you hear him clearly with what he just said? Okay. He was saying that Candace Owens is, let's go back to the Erika Kirk part. That Erika Kirk is so livid because Candace Owens is doing this, and then she's going to come out and say something. She might. I got a message early in the game. I didn't plan on staying really on this topic, but I understood the need to talk about this because it's sad. It is sad, and it leaves you feeling betrayed with not just like TPUSA, but everything, like the country, you know, seriously. And I'll show you the clip where Candace says that, and I feel the same way. So then I understood, like, people do need, I think that with all of this that happened, who are we to tell people how to feel about it? As in, there are people who watched, we did not ask to be a part of this. They blasted him in front of everyone, and not just the people at TPUSA, in front of everyone in their homes, in their homes, your secure home, and you got to see firsthand this type of assassination. And may we never have a president type of assassination like that, but this is the closest that I think that our lifetime will get to like a JFK kind of feeling. It almost violates you, right? And I'm saying that to not minimize the fact that the person died, was killed. Obviously, Charlie Kirk is the victim here. But there's a part of that so because of that feeling, people are grasping at some sort of normalcy to come out of this. They're frustrated, just everything, because of that and more. And then all you see is a bunch of people just moving on. In my next video, we'll talk about how people in Turning Point are just stepping on Charlie's head on their way up to the top. They're moving on. Josh Hammer is trying to say that people are really horrible for asking these questions, such as Candace Owens. And I had to understand it. Like, at first I was like, yo, she's like, I don't like what she's doing with y'all, blah, blah, blah. But I guess I do understand the fact that somebody with such a big platform becomes a mouthpiece for everyone, becomes an outlet for everyone. I just hope she understands it. I have to tell you, I do hope that she understands the magnitude of her reach. Anyway, but this guy, he would love to see her nothing but destroyed. And then he says she wants to use that to start a Christian-Jewish war. He doesn't like the fact that Christian Zionism is wholly rejected. It is heretical. TPUSA says that they're getting a bunch of new recruits and new this and new that. I probably should chat GPT that to see if that's really true. But they want that because TPUSA is going to go the whole Christian Israel route. This is what's getting ready to start. This is for another video.
The truth is out there. I first want to say the reason I didn't share that screen grab publicly is because it was a private exchange, and I felt like it didn't necessarily comport with things that were already public. I wanted to not betray my friends' trust in that way. But I did share it with some people in government because it happened really quick. It took 33 hours for authorities to get their suspect. And in those first moments, we wanted no stone unturned. We wanted to leave nothing unturned. So I shared it with a few people. Don't know where it went from there, apparently.
It's funny that he shared that text message about the Jewish donors with the government. I don't know why he did that because he doesn't really believe that narrative. I don't know. It's strange to me. I don't know. Like, everything about it, like, I don't know. But anyway, let's recap real quick. She does a little quick recap of, the whole Charlie Kirk, changes and everything. June, Charlie almost single-handedly stops Trump from going to full war with Iran. July, Charlie gives Tucker a platform at TPUSA. Zionists ramp up attacks on America First and Charlie specifically. Early August, Bill Ackman hosts an intervention demanding that Charlie stop platforming J haters. I can't do it here. I can't. AKA anti-Zionists, really, America Firsters. Late August, Charlie announces AmFest lineup and Tucker Carlson as headliner. Zionists lose it and become hysterical for days. Charlie also expresses concerns that they're going to end me. September 6th, Charlie loses his last big J donor. September 8th, Charlie says he's done with pro-Israel because she must have been watching The Wizard of Oz, sorry. J donors fulfill all the stereotypes. September 10th, Charlie is ended. And this is the kicker. Andrew Colvett first instinct after Charlie is dropped, is to give the FBI text message of Charlie saying, I'm done with pro-Israel crowd. September 11th, which we never even got a chance to really have any type of thing with September 11th because I really wanted to do that on my show, but after Charlie Kirk, it was just a mess. Zionists from Tel Aviv to Toledo start claiming that Charlie was the best friend. She's right. That place ever had. September 12th, the police arrest an autistic gay guy with zero history of mental illness or political activism for the single shot sniper murder of Charlie. September 30th, Cash Patel says, anyone who doesn't believe the official story is a danger to our country. Which, yeah, this is how they start to label you domestic terrorists, and the next thing you know, they're flying over your house with drones. So, allegedly, right? So, you know, this is where we're at with it. Also, I have one more. I want to make sure that I get everything in. We'll do this video, and then I have actually more stuff to show, but I'll do it in the next video. A Charlie Kirk assassination witness says he was instructed by these people, okay, I have to be careful, to delete his copy of the footage, avoiding triggering PTSD. Ryan Simmons says he sent the video to the FBI, only to be instructed to destroy it, even calling to make sure he did. And this is Diligent Denizen. If you guys want to follow him, and you can follow Mel Division's Crazy Lady too on Twitter, who, they're breaking down this whole thing and they're not letting it go, and good for them. Let's see the video though.
I was on my other account that. So originally when I sent this video in to the FIB for tips, I thought I was doing a service and, to Charlie and helping out. So it started off where I got in contact, I was talking to someone at the local field office there in my local state. And then it jumped up a few levels. Then I was talking to someone on like the national level. That person had called me back and they had said, because this was your friend, I think it's best that you erase the video from your phone because it's just going to give you PTSD. And then called it another time to ask if I had erased it. That was the first time that I felt like it was even right to post these videos. That was on my other account that was gone and just was removed after 5 years of building it. But so I got a call back and was asked to confirm that it was gone. And again, that's when I started sharing, posting, and saving on many different hard drives in many different places. It's been crazy. It's been rough.
Somebody's saying it's been crazy, it's been rough, because they had a little bit of information. So you see what I'm saying? Like, they had some information about something going on, and they're saying it's been crazy and it's been rough because officials are basically hounding the person of if they got rid of that evidence. And the problem is that when they decided to do this in front of this many people, right, what do people have? They had their phones out, right? So you couldn't keep up with all that evidence. You just couldn't. Right? It's not like 1960 something, which again, it makes me wonder how come we can't ask questions after 1960 something. Like, it's just insane. Like, have y'all ever watched that JFK video?
About Candace just shortly before his death. Government, now I really don't care about all of that back and forth, nor do I have a stake in any debate about Charlie, but from what I have seen, you can't say that Charlie didn't value the kind of loyalty that Matt is discussing. I mean, this is what he said about Candace just shortly before his death.
And this is Brett Cooper weighing in on the whole situation with Candace Owens. I mean, Matt Walsh too, but for this specific video, we're focusing on Candace Owens, who was talking about what happened with Charlie Kirk. And people want these weird names that are showing up on my timeline. I've never seen these people before. They want everybody to disavow Candace Owens. If they don't disavow them, they will remember who didn't disavow people like Candace Owens. And they'll just figure that out, what they do with them later. Brett Cooper is still standing strong for Candace Owens. And it's very interesting to see. Shout out to her though. Remember, she did leave the Daily Wire. She says she has no problem with Ben Shapiro, and that's good. Good for her. But she did leave the Daily Wire, and there must have been a reason why she left the Daily Wire. So now she gets to be doing her own thing and saying that she'll be friends with whoever she wants to be friends with.
A great friend, look, I don't agree with everything Candace says, but you know what I don't do? I don't stop being friends with people just because people morally blackmail me. I don't do that, and you shouldn't either. I have different views on things as Candace. I have different views on Israel than Candace. I have different views on a lot of geopolitics. But honestly, I traveled the country with Candace. I went to her wedding. I saw her meet her husband. I went to Israel with Candace, which is a fun story I'll tell you at some point. But what I don't like is when people demand, you must stop being friends with somebody. Whoa, whoa, whoa. That's a left-wing tactic. Don't do that. I'm not saying you do that, but other people do that. We should never resort to that.
I mean, this is the kind of unity that Matt is talking about, that he is being attacked for relentlessly.
Right. And she's right. And you know, that is a good video from Charlie. Because that's how it should be, right? Like, unless, you know, your friend did something extremely crazy, like, okay, but not in this order, right? What they want people to do with Candace is insane.